everybody. This is Melissa from MaxMotive. I'm here with Kevin and Dave Kindig.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
How's it going out there?
Great.
Melissa, wow, I got to tell you guys, thank you so much for having us out here. We have had the
Thank you
most
for
wonderful
coming.
time. What a beautiful town. Awesome car show. Great
Beautiful
people.
weather, too.
Oh, yeah, the weather?
It's always
Perfect.
like this every day.
That's
Really?
not what I've heard.
I need to move from Salt Lake then.
Oh, no, but
So it's your
it's been
first
epic.
time in Pittsburgh?
No, actually, I was here earlier this year for the World of Wheels show, actually. So got a chance to see how it is when the
it's
river
not so
flows
nice.
over. I guess there was a big breakage and there was a big flood and stuff during that time. But I'll tell you what, flying in yesterday, getting an opportunity to fly in, it was such beautiful weather. The countryside out here is absolutely beautiful. I mean, like second to none. And then we had the opportunity to hang out, get set up yesterday for the car show. And then yesterday, last night, we actually went to the ball game.
Watch the Pirates?
Oh, it was so good. You know what? The looking over the city, the river
it
from
is.
there, it was awesome. And I guess the Pirates haven't had exactly the best season, as I understand.
Yeah, I didn't have the best time last night.
No, I bet you didn't, because guess what happened? It was, the Reds were up 2-1, and Kevin bet me $50 that the Reds took it.
yeah,
guess
you
what?
know-
The Pirates won. I'm up $50.
Now you hold on a minute. I walked into the ballpark and everyone told me, everyone I talked to told me that the Pirates weren't that good. So when I
They say
thought
it like that.
when I thought Cincinnati was up, I thought they got this locked in, but nobody told me that Cincinnati's not that good either. I'm not. I don't really follow sports. I'm more of a motorhead, so
Right.
I think I've learned my lesson.
Well, same with me. I'm not a big, I don't keep score on all the Major League
Right.
Baseball, but I always like the underdog, and I love supporting the home team. It was the first time that we've ever actually been to a professional baseball ever. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ever.
it was super cool. And
I'm glad it was in Pittsburgh.
Me too.
Yay.
Me too.
Yeah,
it
it
couldn't
was
have been
really
a nicer. Like
The
I
stadium
said,
was
the sun
beautiful.
going down, the fireworks after the game. I mean,
fireworks,
it was
they
just
were really
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. All right, so let's hear about today. What did you guys bring to the show?
Well, actually, we brought, Kevin drove out the big 18-wheeler and got it all set up. Luckily, before I got here, it was really kind of cool.
Perfect timing, Dave.
Of course.
It was perfect timing. But we actually brought the season finale car from last year, which is the 1967 Dodge Coronet RT that we built for a gentleman back here on the eastern seaboard. And the car is just absolutely over the top. This car is beautiful. It's chopped just slightly, kind of cartooned out. And it's got some wonderful color combinations. And then the second car, Kev, what did we bring there?
Oh, and a beautiful 1963 split-window Corvette. It's on it's on a Roadster Shop chassis with an LSX 454 six-speed automatic. This car drives just as good as it looks. I mean, it's an amazing vehicle.
So tell me about the split window. Somebody told me something about that only happened in, what was it? 1963. We have 1 year.
You know, and the crazy part about the 63, so that was the only year of the split window, and a lot of people didn't like it. So what they did is they made this retrofit kit to cut the split out and install one big window because
From the 1964.
yeah. So a lot of 63s got cut back
they didn't
way
even
in the
last.
day. Yeah, exactly, because people didn't like them, and then you come to find out it was the only year that they did that. They kind of
And one of the most iconic Corvettes
Right,
at that point
exactly.
is the split window 1963.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people kicking themselves for buying that kit.
I bet so.
Uh-huh.
I bet so.
Yes. So what else is new going on for your horizon?
Well, actually, we've been touring quite a bit this year, and this is the last show that we'll do for. We get about 3 weeks off.
Oh, nice.
I get 2 weeks off at least. We've been touring. We've been meeting a lot of our fans, just having a great time showing the cars. The rig's actually been on the road since the beginning of June, so we've been able to stash it somewhere, fly in the next week, go to the next show.
Oh, I thought
and so
Kevin
forth,
was just
so.
living on the rig.
You
No?
might as well, but that's something a lot of people don't know is we don't have a professional or a different professional truck driver. Kevin is our professional truck driver, and the reason that he'll never get booted out of that position is he knows how much it costs to build those cars, and he knows how to take care of them properly. I trust him with millions and millions of dollars on board. And nobody else straps those cars down. Nobody else runs that rig. It's just Kevin.
Yeah, so anybody out there the job position is not available. We get asked all the time, why don't I just drive your truck? Why don't I just drive your truck?
You mean you let that guy drive your rig? It's like, yep. One and only. So, we're looking forward to taking a little bit of time off, a couple of weeks, but we've been really busy actually back at the shop finishing season 6 filming. So,
when does that start?
So season 6 will actually kick off on Motor Trend, I think the last week of September. And online on the Motor Trend app that you can get, it usually comes out about a week or more earlier now. So, which is kind of cool. So you got a little advantage to get a jump on the bitchin' series.
Yeah.
That's it's going to be really exciting. We have 14 episodes coming out for this year, as well as we've actually got 6 or 8 episodes of Beyond Bitchin', which is kind of a recap
What's
of last
that?
year. So basically, it was really
Does it
fun.
follow up?
Yeah,
or?
basically it's from last season. The episodes that you got to see, but this is more added scenes and kind of some of our commentary about some of the real stories behind what you've seen with the build. So it's just kind of cool. We've done that series before with the Beyond Bitchin', and it's just it's a really fun kind of recap deal. So there's going to be more bitchin' on your TV than you've ever. If any of the ladies or the gentlemen, if the ladies are really into the bitchin' rides and the guys aren't, whoever the other is on your spouse team, you're going to be upset because there's going to be a lot of bitchin' rides.
It's going to be an overload of bitchin' this year.
Nice. So how many cars do you, whenever on the series, how many cars do you go through in an episode?
Well, it kind of just depends. Some of the bigger builds will actually do what they call just the A story with no B story, with like a smaller, piece of the episode. And we prefer to, capture as much as we can, especially on the big builds. So a lot of those big builds, we've been able to get more content and actually have been able to convince that 2 episodes on the big build is better than just 1 episode. Because realistically, if you think about it, we'll put 4,000 hours into a build.
I was going to ask that. How much time actually is going into the build? Because I have no idea. So
Well, and that's a valid question. A lot of people, they don't have any idea of how long that takes. But typically a car is about 9 months to 12 months, and then sometimes a little bit more than that to build. And we're actually building typically about 16 to 20 cars at a time in different parts of the building. We do all aspects in one place. So to have all of that stuff going on, and then you take 4,000 hours in one of the single builds and you smash it down to 44 minutes for one episode minus the commercials. That's a lot of stuff that's left on the table. So.
But how much prep goes into actually an episode? Because if you're filming for that long for each one.
This is the beauty, Melissa. No prep goes into it.
Yeah, there's no prep.
They're a fly on the wall. That was the beauty of what our show was about, was capturing what we were going to do if we weren't filming. Basically, they're just a fly on the wall, which is nice, so it's not an interruption.
So you just leave the cameras all the time, and then
film crew shows up 3 to 5 days a week. They film and do their magic. Yeah, and really, when we're doing the interviews, when you're watching our TV show, you'll see us kind of one-on-one with the camera, and we're doing an interview. That time is usually, 15 minutes.
If that. It's very
really
short.
not a big interruption. So it's really nice that we can actually stay concentrated on, building the hot
and
rods.
not be distracted with the camera crew or something.
Exactly. There's no made-up drama for our TV show. They don't tell us, hey, man, drop this window and do this and whatever. But, basically it's one of those things where, you've got the cars that you're building. They're just capturing it. And we had actually filmed other TV shows long before Bitchin' Rides. And one of those was Hot Rod Television. It was a great experience. But Kevin can remember how much of a pain in the butt that was. The film crew was out of California.
Okay.
So we were building Apollo Anton Ono's Cadillac, the 64 convertible, and we had to take a bunch of stuff apart so that the film crew could come and have content that we were filming. So, and we actually had a deadline to debut that car at the SEMA show. So no kidding, they came and did the filming for 1.5 days.
You get it back together before the show?
Oh, it gets worse. 2 days before we went to Vegas, they came and filmed for a day and a half. We took a whole bunch more stuff apart, including the interior, the wheels, all sorts of stuff. And then we had to hurry and do that. We, no kidding, didn't get any sleep, packed it in the trailer, and went straight to Vegas and debuted it.
Yeah, it was painful. That process was painful.
Yeah.
So,
and it would make it incredibly hard for anyone to try to, have a business and build cars with a schedule like that and film a TV show. So we really
have a life.
One of those. This year we've for season 6, I think you're going to see just a lot of really, really cool stuff. And of course we've already started filming 7, 8, season 7 as well, and 8's also been signed off. So anybody who was ever worried that hasn't seen new episodes for the last couple of months. we're going to be around for a very long time. But we've got some
Nice.
great projects. Actually, a couple of projects actually belong to a gentleman here in Pittsburgh, as a matter of fact.
Oh, yeah?
And
Who's that guy?
So a good friend of ours, Dave Maxwell, we're building a car
Heard of
or
him.
vehicle. If you've been watching
Heard of
all of
him.
the seasons, you'd actually would have seen in the background there was a primered 67, 68 Chevy truck that's just been sitting there forever.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the gentleman we were building that for kind of fell into some hard times and whatever. So actually, Dave picked that truck up, and we've actually been building a really, really trick piece for it. So we're super excited about that one.
Wow, I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, you know, Dave's a car guy, so
I know, it's
we're
super
excited
cool.
to help him load up his collection. We're actually doing one for his wife though too, for Tracy.
Tracy too?
Yep. So Tracy's getting a Volkswagen, and I don't want to spoil it, but it is one of the rarest and most
Wait, does Tracy
attractive
know?
ever. Yes, I'm actually working with
would
her.
hope she knows.
Yeah,
Okay.
and actually,
She doesn't. She knows now.
no, I've had a conversation with her. She definitely knows.
Okay.
But you know what's funny is it's all her and I working on this car. Actually, Dave has no input. It is her car.
Dave,
Yep.
or should I say
Yep.
Dad, is
Yep.
not involved.
Dad is not involved. I mean, he can be, but really,
No, but
Tracy and
that's
I have
cool.
really had some great conversations. I'm going to make a
Yeah.
nice little spot for the dogs to ride in the car. And
Oh, yeah.
That's
yep.
a must.
Buddy and Bella.
Yep.
Yep.
Buddy and Bella are
Definitely.
going to love their ride.
Nice. Wow, that's very exciting. I can't wait. So, timeline-wise, what are we thinking?
Oh, we'll see those cars actually next year. Yep. So they'll be
Cool.
part of season 7. We're working on them pretty good. Actually, I think
Wait, so are you gonna get Dad onto an episode to show him or to show his car?
we
Oh,
we
yeah.
always prefer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
that should have been in a contract somewhere. Definitely.
Well,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
and in fact, that truck is not very far from going to body. So how everything kind of works in the shop is in the metal department. That's where the thing gets built. You know, the headers, all the custom parts get built, and then the car goes over to body, and they perfect the outside. And then when it's ready to come off the chassis, we split the whole thing, put it on a rotisserie, and then they paint it and get it all polished, and then it goes to the assembly side, and everything goes back together. So we're probably almost a third of the way through the build at this point, if you could look at it like that.
Yep.
So it's pretty exciting. It's going to be really, really, really nice.
It's a lot of new information for
Yeah.
myself. So.
You're taking notes, right?
Just let
Yes.
me know. I'll send you pictures if you want to know what it looks like.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, that sounds good. I'll be excited when you're ready to paint.
No, exactly. That's
Tell
when
me
everyone
about
gets
it.
excited.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that we should know in the MaxMotive world or some insider? How are you guys? What do you guys
Well, you know,
tell me
actually,
something about you personally, maybe?
you know, yeah, you know, to be honest with you, personally, this year actually, let's talk a little bit about all of the shows that we've been to have mostly been on the eastern seaboards, or back east, certainly from
interesting.
Salt Lake.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, we've had either super hot and humid weather, or we've had super downpours and just miserable weather the whole time.
I was worried about that.
This by far, I have to tell you, I mean, we are absolutely just in love with out here. It's been
Aw.
beautiful outside, great weather, great friends.
And the people have been great. You know, it's something about Pittsburgh. The car community here, they're just super nice, and they're all about it. And like I said, to have a show first year bring in 600-700 cars on its first day, that's amazing. That just says so much about the car culture here. It's
Yeah.
really, really, really cool.
No, we're really
So.
excited. And I mean, you guys are pretty easy to get along with, so
We
that
try.
helps.
We try.
We really are happy to have you guys out here.
Well, thank you.
I hope we see you again sometime.
Oh,
That would be
I'm sure
really
you will.
awesome.
I'm sure
yeah,
you
you'll
will.
see us again.
Yeah, you'll
You'll see us
definitely see
again.
us again. And you know what? Next time maybe we'll carve out a little bit more time. I hear there's some good golfing out here.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about
You
some
golf?
golf course.
Oh, yeah.
We never keep score.
That's how it's
Maybe
fun.
that's how I should golf.
I would. It's
Yeah.
super fun because I suck. I'm really bad.
You
Really bad.
say that again, man.
I usually tee off the ladies' tees. Actually,
Actually, we have
I
a
have
rule.
no shame.
We have a rule because we usually go with his fiancee Melanie and my wife Charity, and we absolutely love going. We'll go a couple times a week if we can.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's,
and
that's interesting.
And I'm still
if you-
horrible.
And if you've ever seen Kevin tee off, and no offense here, but sometimes if he's been golfing quite a bit, it gets progressively better. But if he's been off of the golf course for a couple weeks, if he doesn't make it past, teeing off past the women's tees, he has to drop his pants and tee off from the women's
That's the
tees.
rule.
That is.
That's the rule?
Yep.
Yeah. And I've done that. I've had to probably do
I
that.
know. I mean, has
I'm
it
worried.
happened?
I actually
All
get
the
worried
time.
about him because he has to do that so many times. He should really be putting suntan lotion,
that's
up
true.
a little bit higher
That's true.
because he's showing a lot of the upper leg a lot.
Hey, Dave, I think Charity's calling you. You might
Was
want
that
to
what-
just go ahead and get on right
Was
now.
that her? Oh,
Just
yeah.
kidding.
So what else other than golf?
Oh,
Other than cars?
I mean, a lot of things. I mean, you know, it's Kindig Design's 20th year anniversary, so we've been in business
That's
20
huge.
years.
Yeah.
It's been super awesome. It's been a whirlwind year. You know, we took last year off, and I think Dave's just trying to make up for it. So, Dave's daughter got married last year. So,
Wow. Yeah,
so-
I think I did hear that you
Yeah.
guys said you were newly empty nesters.
Yes,
Right?
yeah. So yeah, my
you have a daughter that got
23-year-old daughter
married.
that you get to see on TV, Bailey, she got married to Caden, which is also works at the shop, and so we took about 2 months off last year, had a great wedding, and
Awesome,
we just we enjoyed a lot more of the summer, just being home and getting ready for the wedding and stuff, which is kind of a big deal. It's our only daughter, and
Yeah.
we wanted to be a part of that, and of course we had the whole family, and extended family for that
Yeah.
matter, and we couldn't have had a much better time than what we did. So, and it's been fun to get out, and we love cruising around the country. To be honest with you, go out and meet with other people that are big time into cars, and just have fun talking about cars, showing off what we've done, looking at what they have done. It's a great community.
Oh, good.
yeah, it's been awesome. It's been super awesome.
Good. All right, so I think that kind of wraps us up here for now, anyway. So we're here again tomorrow, and the show goes from tomorrow from 10 to 4. We look forward to seeing everybody. Either if you're not leaving your car, to definitely come back and hang out with us, and hope. And it is going to be another beautiful day. So
we're excited.
that
I know,
obviously
not to
makes
bring
it
your
so
car
much
out and
better.
come enjoy all this would be a shame. 'Cause this has
Would
been
be a
this has been
shame.
a great
Yes.
event.
Yeah.
Great,
Yeah.
great.
We're excited to be here tomorrow too. Originally, actually, we were only going to be here for 1 day, and then we found out it was a 2-day, and I was like, I'm not leaving. And of course, we got here, and it was so much fun. I was like, yeah, we're sticking around another day.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, yeah, thanks again to everybody out here, making us feel like we're a good part of your car family, and
We loved
we've
having you guys
certainly
here.
had a great
Love
time.
it.
So thank you guys too. You guys have done a fantastic job putting this
you.
show on for the first time. The amount of people that have come up to our booth and met with us,
Yeah.
saying how much they thought that this show was just a huge success, and it looks like you guys have packed them in.
That's
I can't
awesome.
wait for
yes,
the next
he
one.
would. He didn't want to turn anyone away. So
No, I think you guys
we
did a
made room.
fantastic
Oh,
job.
you got creative.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. All
Awesome.
right.
Well, thanks,
Great.
Melissa.
Oh, well,
Thank
you.
you guys.